Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we're back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Monday, May 10th. Yes, we made it through the weekend, 9-5, back-to-back winning days, 4-3 yesterday, and let's recap it. Could have been even better, but we were a victim. Anthony Davis, over 25.5 points, free money, but he drops 40-piece on the Suns. Like I was talking about yesterday, that Suns-Lakers spread was suspicious. Obviously, Lakers win and cover, kind of like I predicted. DeAndre in under 25.5 PRAs. Free money. I think he ended up with 15. My fake prop of his over 4.5 fouls, which might have even been 3.5. He had 4 fouls. Great work. Thunder Kings over. We'll take it. Our 2 losses, both the ball bros. And really, you can't say we were victims of the odds boost. And on this channel, we preach fading odds boosts. Odds boosts are on FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Barstool, all of those different sports books give you different odds boosts. 2 of them yesterday, Lonzo and LaMelo to combine for 16 plus assists. Yeah, no chance. And then Lonzo and LaMelo both to have 15 points and a three-pointer. Lonzo said, nah, I'm good. Basically, odds boosts are just, they boost an odds from, let's say, plus 100 to plus 150 or stuff like that. We always fade them. If I had known Lonzo and LaMelo were going to be odds boosts, we wouldn't have touched their props. But what can you do? You know, you look at it. I have to also say, I hope the Hornets announcer is okay with all of his, oh, Terry! As Terry Rozier, 43 points, man. The guy went insane. But if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. We're about close to 4,700 subscribers, 30 away. I know you guys can do it. I know there's like 40% of you guys that watch these videos that aren't subscribed. So smash that subscribe button. Let's get up to 4,700. For all the OGs, click that like button. Let's get up to 250 likes. We can't do it without you. We do all these videos for free, not only NBA, but also MLB. Logan's running that portion of the channel. And he's been killing of late of the past 2-3 weeks. He's been on a roll. So check out his video after this one. But like I said, almost at 4,700 subscribers. Get it to us. 250 likes. Let's do it. The only thing that would ever cost you any money is becoming a COS All-Star, which all of these people are doing. Shout out to all of you guys. It costs $2.99 a month. And all it does is shows your appreciation to Logan and I. Shows your dedication to the Calling Our Shot community, and it helps us improve our production quality and grow this channel even more and more, taking this full time one of these days. We appreciate all of our members. Shout out to all the new ones that keep joining the channel. We got some special giveaways coming towards those members in a little bit, so join if you want, $2.99 a month. You click that join button down right next to the subscribe button, and if you haven't clicked subscribe, click that, and you could hit the first link in the description. Pretty easy, and you get some cool emojis. Check it out. Let's get into today's slate. It's a weird one. I won't lie to you. It's a mix of teams that either 1, have already made the playoffs comfortably. 2, they are on the fringe of the playoffs, but they only got a couple games left. It's all about playoff positioning. And then 3, you got teams that have no interest in making the playoffs, like the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's what takes us to our first play. We're talking about Trae Young, Wizards versus Hawks. We're taking Trae Young's over 25.5 points, and here's why, minus 114. And this, I have to do a disclaimer. Make sure you're doing your research. You don't have to force a lot of bets today. It is a weird slate. I got 5 or 6 of my favorite bets of the day, but by all means, do your research. Be confident in what you're betting on. But we're starting with Trae Young, and here's why. He scored 30-plus points in 3 of his last 5 games, and it all depends on what version of Trae Young we're getting. You know, you could get the passing version, who's had 10-plus assists in 3 straight, or you could just get the free throw fiend that's just going to the line every single day, just fouling. Everyone's fouling him. You look at the last 2 games against the Wizards, he had 40-plus points in both of them, 41 points earlier this season and 45 points back on January 29th. On the seasons, the Wizards are giving up the 4th most points per game to opposing point guards. Westbrook should be pushing the pace, and while you know, the Westbrook stats are, we'll talk about those in a second, but this is going to be a fast-paced game. Trae Young, I think, will live at the free throw line. I'm taking the over for Ice Trae. Just let him get to the free throw line. Let him shoot his 80-90% from the free throw line. Free points. Not that it matters. His last 2 games against Russell Westbrook, 41 points, obviously, earlier this season, and 37 points back when he was on the Houston Rockets. We just saw the Wizards get cooked by Caris, LeVert and company. Get your jackets, get your sweatshirts on. It's about to get cold. Ice Trae time. We're taking it. Trae Young, over 25.5 points. Lock it in. Moving on, I'm not going to take any Westbrook props. I know people are like, man, come on, we want more Westbrook. And I don't blame you, but have you looked at his lines? Over-under for rebounds and assists, 28.5, in his PRA total, 55.5. That's wild. 13.5 assists, minus 1.4. I can't do it. I guess they hit my limit. I really was going to pick Bradley Beal, who's trying to get that scoring title, and maybe he's just going to sit out and hope Steph Curry doesn't pass him up, but I'm going to avoid that. I don't know if the Wizards are going to stay or hang around in that game. Maybe that's a spoiler for a spread later on in the video. We're taking Trae Young, and that's going to be our last play in that game. Moving on to a plus value pick. Don't get many of these around the channel, but Giannis Antetokounmpo, over 5.5 assists. And here's why. It was sitting at plus 132 value. Sure, it's gone down by now, but I still like it. And this is a plus value play, but it's against, knowing Coach Coach Greg Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs, who the Bucks will be playing today, no one wants to see Giannis use and abuse his team. That's just not, I can't imagine Popovich saying, you know what, Giannis, feel free, go drop a 40-piece. That's what the Nets like to do, and you see how it turned out for them losing both of those games. I think they're going to make the opposing, Chris Middleton's, the Drew Holidays, DiVincenzo's, the Brook Lopez's of the world to make shots. Spurs are trying to fight for that last position, playoff position. They got the Pelicans right on their heels. And you look at Giannis and his body of work, he's had 7 and 8 assists in back-to-back games. Prior to that, he had 2 games against the Nets, who had no interest in guarding him, just leaving him wide open. Game before that, it was against Houston Rockets, which he got injured a minute into the game. But then you look at it, so we disregard those 3 games. I mean, you're talking about the prior to that, he had 8, 4, 7, 6 assists. He had been hitting this pretty consistently. He's shown the ability to hit it, and it's plus value at plus 132 at the moment. I mean, you've seen it. Look at his game log against the Spurs, too. Last time they played earlier this season, he set a career high 15 assists, tied his career high, actually. 15 assists. Game before that, he had 8 assists. He's hit this in 4 of his last 5 against the Spurs. I think it's just going to happen again tonight. It's a plus value play, so whether or not you want to play it up to a full unit or whatever makes you back a unit, I like it. And if you're a longtime subscriber, I'm sorry, but you know I have to do this. And by law, it's a rule. Tonight, we are getting Greek freaky. We're taking Giannis over 5.5 assists, plus value, lock it in. Next one, Draymond Green, over 16.5 rebounds and assists. I honestly hate Draymond. He always screws me on these lines, and this one is fishy, and I wouldn't blame him if you wanted to take the under. This is one of those bets that it's like, could the Warriors just not really show up tonight? Maybe they're saving it for the last couple games of the season. Potentially, but we're locking it in. Draymond Green, this seems like a must-win games for the Warriors. They want to stay. They want to stay in that 8 seed. No one wants to move to the 9 and the 10. And personally, 9 and the 10, then you got to win 2 games. 8 seed, you could beat the Lakers, potentially, if they're the 7, or you could beat the Blazers, whoever ends up at the 7 seed. All you got to do is win 1 game instead of 2. But you look at it, Draymond Green, he's been on a tear lately. Cashing this in 5 straight games, 7 of his past 9. And he's the heart and soul of this Warriors team, and I think he's got to show up today against the Jazz. If you look at it, last time these 2 teams played on Pi Day, March 14th, he had 12 rebounds, 12 assists, a triple-double, easy money. I'm taking it tonight. Maybe he hurts me, and I wouldn't be surprised one bit. He always hurts me whenever I expect him to have a good game, and then he comes out and, hey, Austin, all I got is 6 rebounds and 3 assists, and I just sit there and I'm like, okay. Yeah, I asked for it. I asked for the pain, but I'm taking it. Draymond Green over 16.5 rebounds and assists, minus 111. Hurt me good, Draymond. Moving on to a player I don't have his line for it, but he's one of my favorite in the NBA, Caris LeVert. I'm taking his over in points only if Malcolm Brogdon is out today. But if Brogdon is in, I'm out. So that's how it works. But like I said, Caris LeVert's been on a tear recently. 25-plus points in 5 of his last 6 games, 30-plus points in 4 of those 6. And he's been cooking and helping this Pacers team get close to clinching one of those play-in spots. They're on the fringe of it, and I think they'll try to keep winning these games. They're playing against a Cavaliers team, which has no interest. They're ready to go on summer break like they normally are at this time of the year. They're ready to go home. And, you look at Caris LeVert, he has the ball in his hands. Are 12-7, not 24-7, because the other 12 are with Sabonis. But, Caris LeVert's been unreal lately. 18-plus shot attempts in 5 of his last 6. And he shoots pretty efficiently, 50-plus percentage better in 5 of his last 8. Tonight, I'm loving some LeVert for dessert. Pause. We're taking it, riding with Caris tonight. One of my favorite players in the NBA. He's got it done. 2 spreads coming your way. Pacers -6. Like I said, Cavaliers ready to go on summer break. And this line opened at 2.5. That's disrespectful. It's obviously risen to 6. You look at the Pacers. They've beaten the Cavs in 6 of their last 7, covering in 5 of those games, covering this spread in 5 of them. No way around it. The Cavs are terrible. I mean, I don't, I have not watched a lot of the Cavs. I don't hate my life that much, but the Cavaliers just aren't looking good. They got destroyed by the Mavs in back-to-back games. I don't think Darius Garland will be back tonight, but I don't think it matters. Pacers have been decent. They beat a good Atlanta Hawks team, then hung around with the Wizards, who have been playing better of late. Pacers can score a lot of points, and I can't guarantee the Cavaliers can. I'm rocking with the Pacers tonight. I think it could be a 20-point blowout. This could be a big victory. You look at the Pacers' rest of the season schedule. They got the 76ers, the Bucks, and the Lakers, and then I believe the Raptors are their final game of the season. They need this win. It's against the Cavaliers team that is bad. They need it to stay in this playoff position with the Bulls right on their heels. I'm taking it. Caris LeVert and Sabonis will carry them to a victory. Pacers -6. Hawks. Now, moving on, next play. Hawks -6 versus the Wizards. Already hinted at them. We're going to wrap this one up real quick. Wizards without Bradley Beal. That's tragic. You look at it, it's going to be more Raul Neto. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're here. Raul Neto, bad. Any Raul Neto stands, get out of my comments. I don't need you. Also, no Bradley Beal. That means the Wizards are pretty bad. Look at it, the last 5 games without Bradley Beal. They've lost by an average of 18 points. They've lost all 5 of them, been blown out in 3 of them. Yeah, it's the one claim they covered. This 6-point spread was against the trash Raptors, who are below them on the standings. I don't know what to say. I'm taking Wizards minus, or not Wizards. We're taking Hawks -6 versus the Wizards. They got too much scoring, too much offense. I think Trae Young carries them to a big victory tonight. Taking it, Hawks -6 versus the Washington Wizards. All right, you know what? We're giving you a parlay of the day. Why not? Trae Young over 25.5 points. Giannis over 5.5 assists, and Draymond Green over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. That's plus 720 value, plus 728 to be exact. I don't know if that's necessarily the value you would get, but I like that parlay of the day. I like those 3 plays. I'm rolling with it. I'd arguably like Caris LeVert over Draymond Green, but like I said, I don't have a Caris LeVert line, so we'll do this parlay of the day. I like it. Recap, all the 3 plays above: Trae Young over 25.5 points, Giannis Antetokounmpo over 5.5 assists, Draymond Green over 16.5 rebounds plus assists, Caris is over in points, whatever it may be once it comes out. Pacers -6 and Hawks -6. We're locking in all 6 of those plays. Let's make it 3 straight winning days. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. Go check out Logan's video after this one. You won't regret it. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow, Tuesday, for some more player props and spreads. Be careful out there. It's a weird slate, but I think we can still make some money with these 6 plays. Let me know your favorite plays in the comments below. I appreciate you guys for all being a part of this community. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace!